Welcome to the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast, the podcast where we make 5-minute decisions that can change your business, your relationships, and your life. Hey, this is Dean Soto, founder of ProSulum.com, ProSulum.com, and FreedomIn5Minutes.com, and we're here again for another Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast episode. Today's topic is this: with friends like these, who needs enemies? That and more coming up. Good day to you, listener of this podcast. I hope you are having a fantastic one. Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful day in Central California. And so, and I got my dog doing something. We're just out on land, going around, having fun. So I'm a pushover. Are you a pushover? Are you someone who's weak and allows people to step all over you? What about your friends? Are you one of those guys whose friends definitely utilize their quote-unquote friendship to do things that they would never do to a complete stranger? Well, if that's you, then you're going to love this particular podcast episode. So I have cash flow real estate, and part of having cash flow real estate, especially when you have real estate outside of the state that you're living in, is that you need to have a property manager, right? So that property manager is there to deal with any tenant problems, anything that might come up, so that you don't have to do it. They're also there to lease, to renovate, to do all these different things with that particular property. So in a perfect world, your property manager would make it so you had to do literally nothing in order to make things go well with your property, right? And all you do is sit back and collect checks. Well, we don't live in a perfect world, right? So that being said, a couple of the properties that I purchased from this one company, some of them did well, some of them did not in the beginning. And there were three in particular that didn't, they either had tenants when I rented them and then the tenants left, or they didn't have any tenants at all. And those three properties, I kept on pinging my property manager, and so on and so on. It's literally been almost a year with these properties. Okay. Almost a year with these properties, and only now are they starting to be rented. There's one property in particular that after... this one was actually, I take this back. This particular property that I'm going to be talking about has been vacant for about 6 months. Okay. And only now am I learning that the property manager wants me to pay $6,000 or $7,000 to have it made rent ready. In the meantime, with the three properties that had not been rented, I have literally lost in revenue about $20,000 between them, if not more. Actually ends up being more. But between these properties, I've lost close to $20,000, if not more. Hold on one second. My dog is doing... Hey! No! Okay, like that. Very stern. And she's looking at me like, I'm sorry. So yeah, it's okay, baby. It's okay. I forgive you. Hey, go play. No going outside of the fence. So all that being said, the obviously I lost a lot of money. So as a property manager, would you not imagine that the property manager would go, oh, you know what? We're so sorry. We totally messed up. We're going to compensate you in some fashion or another. Right? Well, this particular property manager happens to be my quote unquote friend. I did some business with him. I went and actually he uses my virtual assistants and kills it and crushes it. And yet my friend is not willing to pay a single dime for neglecting the properties for over a year, 6 months to a year. Not willing to compensate in any fashion or another. And so old me back in the day would have been like, oh, okay, well, all right, I'll just eat it. Yes, that's the way it's supposed to be, I'll just eat the cost, no worries. But that is not good collision or colliding, which is a very, very important skill. So I got him and a couple other people on the phone and this was actually 2 months back, and started basically getting the process of what do we need to do to get all these properties rent ready, and was able to get one property rented, another property is being shown right now, and then the last property is the one with the $6,000, $7,000 renovation. And so, like I said, old me would have been like, oh, okay, well, there's a good excuse, there's this, there's that, blah, 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 blah. But no. When you have people who are quote unquote friends and they use that friendship, and I want to cuss so badly right now, but I want to keep this podcast episode clean. Use that friendship as a means to give you less service. Look, I was friends with him as well. And did I say, oh, I'm only going to give you half of what I give other customers? No, a friend's going to give more, right? A friend is going to make sure that you are absolutely taken care of 120% over your common customer, right? 120% over your common customer. So when he basically has come back and said, hey, we're friends. You're SOL. Sorry, man. The old me would have just totally just took it. We just took it. But now, no. The decision is always to collide. Even if it turns out I get the same result, it's better than not trying. And so my wife and I have actually been going back and forth with some of his employees and so on. And I ended up giving him a call today. I only left a message, but this is a guy who would pick up my calls all the time. And now he's not. So what does that tell me? Right? What does that tell me? Tells me that he's avoiding me, right? Great data. The decision to call him, even though it's scary, naturally it's just not what I like to do. Decision to call, not get a return phone call or a return text saying, hey, normally he would say, hey, I'm busy, can I give you a call back? Something like that. Not getting anything like that tells me, okay, you are avoiding me. Is this what friends do? All right, well, I guess we're not friends anymore. So the decision, even just to call, has made it to where we are now on business terms now, okay? Your company neglected my properties. So you're either compensating me or I'm finding another property management company and you're letting me out of the agreement. You lost me $20-something thousand. $20-something thousand. And now You're saying that I have to fork over that much money in order to make these things rent ready when you're not even giving me all of the information? No. No. You can pay that. I am getting a new property manager once all of this is done. And we're moving on. So why is this important? Why am I even sharing this with you? It's funny because I'm like, who wants to hear about this? I don't know. Why is it important? Because the more that you're willing to collide, even that phone call, trust me, I was scared even making the phone call. You might not be scared or whatever, but there are people out there who have a hard time standing up for themselves and colliding. This is something I had to learn and to practice, and you can too. It's important because the faster you do it, the more data you get, right? The more that I was willing to collide, boom, I was able to start getting data as to how long is something going to be rented. Is this one going to be rented? Is that one going to be rented? What is going to be rented and when? Then we ended up getting two of the properties, one rented, the other property shown, right? And then this third property now, what great data. Avoiding my phone call. Avoiding my friend phone call. Fantastic data. Because it shows me where I stand. Am I a friend, or am I someone who is easily duped or easily used, which is not the case anymore? I'm definitely the one that was the former, or at least that's what they think I am. And it's great because now I know what they think of me, and now I can go at them the way that they deserve, right? So what is happening now in your life where you have to make a decision to collide just to find out some kind of data? Maybe it's someone who's been blowing you off. Maybe it's someone who is you just can feel that they're hiding something. I want you to make the decision right now to get that data. Call them out on it. Talk to them about it. Ask questions about it. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. And when they react in a way that, really in any way, you'll have the data right away to know whether or not they're doing something malicious, they're doing something out of ignorance, or if they are simply unaware that, or they're simply unaware that they're treating you poorly. What's kind of the same thing as ignorance, but if they genuinely are trying and they just don't know if they can do it or not. I want you to take that opportunity now to get that data, and you'll be surprised at how powerful it can actually be. All right, this is Dean Soto, founder of ProSaloon.com. Go, if you want a systems and process virtual assistant, one that can literally duplicate you, go check that out, PROSULUM.com, and FreedomInFinance.com. Go sign up there. You get 7 free episodes, never before heard. They are not in public. They're so raw, they don't even have introductions yet. And all that being said, I will catch you in the next Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast.